guys, welcome back to my channel. This is something interesting. I have been wanting to do this for a very long time and I'm finally doing it. It is a podcast. Now I know this is, I don't know, a weird kind of podcast, but whatever. And this is something new I'm starting and I really want to know what you guys think about it. This is where I talk about girl stuff. I talk about just random things like on a podcast, and you could always leave a comment down below on topics you would want me to talk about and with who and stuff like that. I'm gonna get a bunch of guests, like my friends of course, because you know very limited, yeah. And we're gonna talk about a lot of different topics. Everyone has a different opinion and I feel like a podcast would be really interesting. So yeah. And anyways, for my very first podcast, I have a special guest. Her name is Rubeena. This is her YouTube channel, and Rubeena, would you like to say hello to all of us and introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi guys, I'm glad to be here and I'm excited to share my stories and have this great discussion with you guys. This is something that I've always wanted to do, so it's nice to be here with Nimeshaa and get started.
She's just starting off with YouTube, and it would be great if you guys could go follow her. I mean, subscribe to her YouTube channel, help her out. You know, girls support girls, y'all. So support. I will link her channel in the description box below or somewhere around here. So make sure you go follow her. Subscribe. God damn it, why do I keep saying it? What are we talking about today? I mean, I know we're talking about cheating. What do you think about cheating in the first place?
Cheating is a big no. Like, for me or anyone, it should be a big no. Cheating in general is like something totally wrong, and you know, a person who has good morals, they wouldn't even think of the idea of cheating. So that's basically what I think about cheating.
Yeah, I totally agree. But like, I'm gonna ask you, have you ever cheated? And you have to be completely honest. So have you ever cheated? Not now, maybe when you were younger or by mistake, something like that.
No, I've never cheated before. I'm being honest. Morally, like, it's just wrong, and like I was brought up in a way where I need to always care about other people's feelings. You know, I can't hurt other people. You know, me myself, I've been cheated on, so I kind of know the feeling of how it's like to be like cheated on. So you know, I kind of feel the emotions of other people who get cheated on. So for me, it's a big thing, which is wrong. And yeah, I've never even had the idea of doing it. What about you? Have you cheated on anyone?
I feel like I want to skip this question.
Yeah, be honest, it's okay.
I have cheated, but like, okay, wait, before y'all judge me, all right? Like, viewers, I cheated when I was about like 14, 15, and I have like a completely, okay, I'm not gonna say it's a good reason, but I feel like the reason I cheated is reasonable, you get what I mean? So I'm just gonna like roughly go through the whole story. So I was quite popular in high school and I was dating this popular guy, right? But you know when you date a football guy, they're always busy, right? They're always freaking busy. They never have time for you. And I ended up dating someone really close to him. Okay, his best friend. So I cheated on my boyfriend with his best friend. I mean, I wouldn't say best friend, but something similar, like in his gang, one of his homies. And then I cheated on, when I was with the homie, I cheated on that guy with my ex. Oh my god, that sounds really bad, but like, here's the thing. I mean, we all laugh about it now. It was crazy because we were all just messing around, and I know that's not right. It doesn't make it right, but I did it, and I'm grown up now and I know that I shouldn't cheat. So
like, as long as you know now, you know that, like, you know, the past is the past. You know, everyone changed, everyone, you know, grows, everyone learned through their experience. So it's nice to hear that story from you, you know, like, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. So okay, so when you got cheated on, right, you mentioned that you got cheated on before. Did I hear it right?
Yeah, before, yes.
How did that feel? Like, okay, first of all, how did you catch him cheating?
Okay, so I basically checked his phone, and like, obviously I see the dating apps, and you know, like, some people might think that's not cheating, but for me that's like a big no, you know. And yeah, when I saw that, obviously, like, I was really hurt and I was like pissed off. But like I used to be that type of person where I do get kind of psychotic. You know, you're obviously gonna react. You're human. I reacted that way. And then later I realized, you know, I shouldn't change my character, you know, getting angry, doing things that, you know, you shouldn't really react that way, but it's normal. But at the same time, it's like I had to control myself, break up with the person, because that's just not right.
I totally get it, yeah. So do you have any like crazy cheating stories?
Oh, yes. So, this girl that I spoke with, it was actually like a few months ago, you know, and, you know, it was one of my sister's friend. Her partner was a bit abusive, and so what happened was she was with her 5-year-old son, and she basically walked into the house, and then she walked into her bedroom, and then she saw her husband with this other lady. Yeah,
no.
Yeah, that really happened. Like, poor girl, you know, she was heartbroken because, like, more than anything, she had her child with her too, right? So that's very like traumatizing to, like, not just you going through that, but like your own like son has had to see that too. So that just shocked me. Like, I don't know who in the right mind would do that, like, literally, like, you know.
Okay, so what was her initial reaction? Did she like hit him, or like, I mean, she should have, but like, what was her initial? I can never imagine going through that. Like, bro, I would burn the whole house down with everyone in it. What was her initial reaction?
I didn't really get, you know, like, she didn't really tell me what she did, like, right after, like, seeing. I think she just walked away. She, like, just left the house with her son. But yeah, she's not with the guy anymore. She divorced him, and she's happy now. She's with someone else, and yeah, good for her, you know, for leaving a douchebag like him. So yeah.
I totally understand that reaction because like, okay, some of my close friends, right? So, let's just call him Mr. J or something like that. Joe, okay. So I was pretty, like, we were pretty close. Like, he came into our group, we were pretty close with him. And so it was me, my girlfriend, and my boyfriend, and this guy who came into our lives. So then we were all like, you know, getting along pretty well, and he was like, you know, getting along with the group really well. And you know, we didn't suspect anything, okay? But there's a plot twist, okay? So this guy, so we went on vacations together, okay? We went on vacations together, we had fun together, and when we were on this vacation, he texts me. So like, I was probably in a different room or something, and I post stories, like a lot of them. And he texts me, he's like, I want to talk to you about something. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you want to talk to me about? Like, I barely know you. And then he's like, can you not post me on your Instagram? Because I have employees who like watch your stories. And I was like, hold on, dude. Like, first of all, I know you ain't got no damn job. Like, I know you're lying. And that was really fishy. So I told the girlfriend, and I was like, dude, isn't that fishy? And she was like, no, I just think he just likes being private. So I was like, okay, maybe that's true. Whatever. Anyways, 4 or 5 months passed by. They're still together, by the way.
Yeah.
We are in a girls' night out. So everyone's hanging out at this girl's house. And then these new girls come in. And we're all just chit-chatting. We're secretly talking about Mr. Joe. And one girl overhears, she's new to the group. I mean, not new to the group, she was just an outsider. She's like, are you talking about Mr. Joe? And I'm like, yeah, like what? And this girl, she's like, she's just so confused. And I was like, okay, I'm like you could tell, like, I'm the more confronting, I have a confronting personality. Like, I could confront anyone, right? So I'm like, what do you know? I knew something was up. I was like, what do you know? She's like, I'm not sure if I should say it. I'm like, nah, you brought it up. You're gonna say it now. And then she was like, this guy has been in a 4 or 5 year relationship with another girl.
Oh my God.
In the same group as this, my friend. And I'm like, wow. No way. And then I was like, who? Like, say it, like, tell the name. And then she says the name, and we're all shocked. Like, the entire room goes silent, and we're all just looking at each other because we feel so bad for her. Like, the thing is, we didn't suspect anything. Like, guys can cheat so well. Like, imagine having a 5-year relationship, and like, my girlfriend was like literally sleeping at his house.
Oh my God.
Hung out with him like for an entire week. She did not suspect anything. Like, it's crazy how people can cheat so easily and get away with it, and it makes me really question everything. You get what I mean? Like, it's fucking scary.
Yeah, that is scary. It's like got like they have like really good skills, you know? It's like it's insane.
Okay, now this brings me to my next like question. Who do you think cheats more, women or men?
For me personally, I think men still cheat the most, but I feel like nowadays like women are coming up to that level. They're just close to where like men are like when it comes to cheating. And I feel like back in the day, like women, like they kind of felt like they couldn't cheat. They felt like, you know, they kind of had to like be morally right, and they're not like financially secure. They're not mentally secure. Like more like they kind of depended on the man, you know. So I think nowadays like women are more like independent. They're financially secure. They, you know, they have their life together. You know, it's kind of like the equality is like there. So I feel like women now have more of like I would say the confidence and the independence. They feel like they could do whatever they want. So I think like, yeah, women are coming up to that level where they feel like it's okay to cheat, and you know, they feel like they could just leave, be in like 10 different relationships, and they think it's okay, it's fine. And yeah, I feel like it's starting to change a lot, but really I still do think men still cheat the most. What about you? What do you think?
I don't know why, but I feel like women cheat more because I do hang around with a lot of like the same number of men and women at the same time, and I feel like men are more loyal than women for some reason. Because here's the thing, when when we're talking about cheating, right, we're talking about like different kind of like intimate stuff, you know, like private things. And men aren't the type of like species to text and like, you know, they're mainly, if a guy cheats, they're mainly like focusing on like the sexual things.
Yeah, physical stuff.
Yeah, so like when a woman cheats, she's like looking for affection, attention, and stuff like that. So because of that, I feel like women cheat more the minute like it's my personal opinion. I feel like women cheat more. Like most of the women around me, like my friends, I know they're gonna give me a lot of shit when they watch this video, but like they do cheat. And the problem with that is like the men that I know don't cheat. They're like super faithful and shit. But the women I know are fucking crazy. They're cheating left and right, up and down, like, and they don't even feel bad about it. And they're just like, it's revenge. And I'm like, revenge for what?
Wait, can I ask you something? Is it more like the girls that you know who cheat a lot? Like, do they cheat like, is it more like emotionally, or do they cheat more like physically? It's like which one would you say?
I feel like it starts off with attention and like, you know, not physically, but then it like, you know, leads to that, you know, the wrong things. So yeah. But again, once again, it's just my opinion. Okay, so do you think that cheating can be forgiven?
I don't know. Like, that's a really good question. Like, for me personally, I think it can't be forgiven. Like, it really depends on who you are as a person, you know, and what you're capable of like dealing with. If you like, you know, some people say once a cheater, always a cheater. You know, sometimes people might think that's true. Sometimes people might think that's not true. But, you know, you never know. But I feel like what happened is like men are more forgiven when they cheat compared to like women. I don't know why. It's like, I know the story where, you know, this guy, he cheated first, but then the girl, she took him back, and then after that she cheated on him, but then he's like, that's the end, that's it, I'm done with you, like we're done. Like, it's like such a big deal. So I just don't understand. It's like this weird thing where if a man cheats, it should be fine, but then if a woman cheats, oh my god, like that's like the biggest, you know, like deal breaker. So it's so weird, honestly. What do you have to say about that?
I feel like you and I live in like two different worlds, because I feel like men are not forgiven easily, but like men tend to forgive women easily. Like, you know, I don't know why I feel like that, but it's just things that I've seen and experienced. Like, if a man cheats, like, you know, it's like, oh my goodness, he cheated, his this, that, and this. But if a woman cheats, like, his homies don't know about that, number one. Like, he'd keep it private, and then he would like deal with it like between the two of them. But in my opinion, I feel like women are forgiven easily than men nowadays, you know, nowadays.
Yeah.
nowadays. Yeah, but back in the day, it's a whole different story. Like forgiveness is not
Oh,
even
yeah.
needed, you know, like who's asking for your forgiveness? Like men were like so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it in a kind way, but
Yeah. Yeah.
men are disastrous. So
Yeah. What do you think about like nowadays? Because like you know, technology plays a huge role in social media, right? So I feel like with social media, like lot of people now they have like access to, I know it sounds funny, but they have more access to like cheating and stuff, you know. Back in the day they didn't really have those things, but I'm pretty sure back in the day they probably snuck around and stuff. And but like now it's more like, I would say it's more easy or to kind of hide and be sneaky and like, you know, like use your phone or apps, or like there's so many different type of apps and stuff, you know, nowadays to like have other partners and cheat and stuff. What do you think about that?
I feel like, yeah, it is easier to cheat nowadays, but it is also easier to get caught cheating.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's so true. Yes.
Yeah, because like you can just go through his phone and you're done. But like back in the day, like what is Martha gonna do? Go around like to every corner shop and ask if her husband slept with like every girl
Yeah,
in town?
exactly. Yeah.
You can't really do that. So I feel like you can cheat easily and you can get caught cheating easily. And you can also like sort of, because of social media, I feel like even the loyal ones can end up cheating because of social media. So social media is very it's a very toxic place, but it can also be a positive place. You know, it's social media, so you can't really say if it's a good thing or a bad thing. What would you do if you ever got cheated on?
Well, I did, but honestly, like for me it's more like it questions my, like it questions what we had in a relationship, like what was all like the point, like what was the point of that. And it kind of shows me like the value of the man. Like it's like you don't have a good relationship with yourself that you had to like cheat. It's like usually I feel like when people cheat, it's usually because they have some sort of like insecurity or like low self-esteem. It's like they don't feel like they're good enough to be in a good relationship. They're sometimes it's based off that, you know, they just don't feel good about themselves. And I feel like every action you take in life, it has a lot to do with the relationship you have with yourself. And for me, kind of questions that person's like self-love, you know. That's like the most important thing in any relationship. What about you? Like what do you think about that? Like have you been cheated on? Like you never spoke about that. Like,
No, I've never been cheated on, so I have no idea how it feels to be cheated on. So I don't really know, but here's the thing. If a person cheats, I feel like they can still love you and they can still cheat. I know a lot of people won't agree with me on this, but I feel like a person can still cheat on you and love you at the same time, but what they don't do is respect you. That's what I think. Like sometimes someone can love you, but then you don't meet their needs. Like it could be like, you know, their love language or their sexual needs, any kind of need, right? You don't meet that, and then they go looking for it somewhere else, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you. But the thing is, they don't respect you. So I'm not saying stay in a relationship because he still loves you even though he cheated on you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if you're going through your healing stage, you just need to sort of understand that, like, I would think of it as that way. Like if I have been in a relationship with a guy for like about 5 years and he cheats on me, I would break up with him, but I would understand why he cheated. Like he, like, you know, his dick got in the way, his sexual needs got in the way, or the spark is gone and he has like commitment issues. I would understand, but I wouldn't stay because he disrespected me, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So like maybe he loves me, maybe he doesn't, but he definitely doesn't respect me. So that's how I see it. But of course that's not the case, and like, you know, for every situation, sometimes he doesn't love you and he cheats on you and he doesn't respect you. So I mean, I don't know what I would do if I ever got cheated on. I would definitely break up. I wouldn't forgive. Like cheating is like so disrespectful, and if there's no respect, there's no love. Like for me, like if you love me, you need to understand that respect is something like it's a priority to me. Like it's a huge thing for me. So when you go around messing around with other girls and they know that you have a woman at home that you're going back to, that's just embarrassing. Like,
and that's like the biggest disrespect ever.
Exactly. So you're letting other bitches disrespect me and you're disrespecting me. That makes me look like a clown. So
he's disrespecting himself too, and he's gonna start looking like a fool too.
exactly. So I'm like, yeah, I'm never forgiving, but definitely something I would do. There are two things I would do. It depends on the situation. I would maybe I would beat the shit out of both of them and then break everything in the house. Or if I'm in probably like in a good day, like I meditated in the morning and I'm having a good day, I would probably just look and be like, okay. And I would just pack all of my shit and leave. And like, you know, ruin his life. Like, you know, get a lawyer, get everything done, just take everything away from him. Or I would just leave him alone. Like, why bother, right? But it all depends on my mood. So I don't really know what I would do. So
what do you think of, like, there's, you know, there's certain people in this world, when they get cheated on, they kind of accept the person again, like they get back into the relationship. So like, what do you think of that? Like, for me personally, I think it really depends on the situation, because some people, like, even though they get cheated on, like I know like few ladies, they're married and they got cheated on, yet they still stay in the relationship just because they have like children and stuff. So they feel guilty, they feel bad, they don't want to put their kids through a divorce, so they still stay with the partner even though he's a cheating scumbag. Like, they still, like, you know, stay. So I don't know, like, what do you think about that?
I feel like people who, you know, go back to their partners after they've cheated, like they're just weak-minded. Like, they're so used to that person that they can't imagine a life without that person, and they want to forgive that person only because they want to have them in their life. You get what I mean? So I understand, like, there are weak-minded men and women, and it's not a bad thing. You just need to learn how to like control your mind and emotions. But there are some people who haven't reached that level yet. So I understand. Honey, my friend took her ex back 8 times. He cheated 9 times. And she took him back 8 times. And it was the 9th time that she realized that she has to let go. And, you know, sometimes you just have to go through that pain. It didn't, honestly, sometimes it doesn't even matter. Like, you could stay, like, if your best friend's getting cheated on repeatedly, and you could sit right next to her, you could tell her, like, don't do this. She wouldn't listen. So sometimes you just need to go through that pain, and you need to make that, you have to force yourself to make that decision, you know? So I just feel like I understand where they're coming from, but a strong-minded person would never do that. They would never take that person back. But then again, like you said, it depends on the situation. Like, you know, you could be going through a rough patch, but something that I would never forgive is being cheated on when I'm pregnant.
Oh my God,
that is the
horrible.
worst. Or like, I've heard crazy stories of like men cheating on women while the woman was in labor.
Oh my God, while, like, during that time?
Exactly, like, dude, I've been on TikTok, like, it's so, like, how could you, like, dude, how could you possibly, like, you know that your child is about to, you know, come into this world, and you're out here making a child with another woman, like,
that's insane. Oh my God.
you know, like, I'm speechless. Even right now, I have no idea what to say. Like, even like to my boyfriend, like right now, and I'm just like, honey, if you ever cheat, like, just forget, just remember that it's your last day on earth. But if you cheated on me when I'm pregnant, or like, imagine going through 9 months of pain and then hours of pain because of labor just to find out that he cheated. Okay, wait. So there's this story. I heard this from my ex, right? So his best friend was like, his mom was giving birth to him, and she was going through some medical problems, so she had to stay in the hospital for a while. And you won't believe this, but while this man was waiting for his wife to give birth, he was child making in the hospital with a 15-year-old girl. And guess what? She gets pregnant a month later.
Oh my God.
And then everyone, it's crazy. It's so crazy. When he told me the story, I was
get caught in the hospital. Like, what? Like, were they in a closet or something? That's crazy.
Here's the thing with like the hospitals here, you could probably murder someone and get away with it. And you know, like, village hospitals are even worse. Like,
I feel so bad for, like, you know, women. I feel bad for some men go through all these stuff too, but like, it's just upsetting to hear that, you know, there's just a lack of respect. And
no, I mean, doing that to anyone is bad, but doing that to a person who's pregnant is just even worse. You know, that's just the worst thing you could ever do. So yeah, that's basically it when it comes to cheating. Okay, you guys, so that is basically it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and once again, Rubeena's right here and she is a baby YouTuber, and I would really love it if you guys go and subscribe to her channel, support her, and you know, show her some love. Her channel is all about mental health, self-care, you know, wellness and stuff like that, and I love her videos and I think you guys should definitely go check it out. And if you guys want to see Rubeena more on my channel, definitely leave a comment down below and make sure you subscribe to her channel because I'm watching, okay? I'm watching. So you better go subscribe to her channel. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, of course, and if you haven't. So yeah, Rubeena, would you like to say bye-bye?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here today. Like, it was so much fun. I just love having these type of conversations, and I just love having, you know, people also getting involved. I'm excited to see the comments, and you know, if you have any exciting stories yourself, like if you have been cheated on, just, you know, you could also comment below. I would be excited to, you know, to kind of know the stories and stuff. So thank you guys.
So if you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comment section down below and leave your crazy cheating stories in the description box below. Maybe Rubeena and I will read it on our next podcast, right? We're gonna do that.
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna do that. So let us know, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.